first I want to thank you all for coming. My name is Eitan Ilfeld. For those who don't know me, I think everyone does at this point. But I want to say it's been amazing to see people face to face again. It's been 3 years since we've been here, and it's just so nice to be able to interact in person. And I want to thank all the people that came, both from nearby and from abroad. We've got Tung here came especially from Hong Kong, for example, right? You know, and we've got people from Mallorca, just all over the world, right? So it's amazing to see how international it is. And of course, the Estonian team came in strength as always. But yes, very, very international, and it's nice to see that we're bouncing back after the pandemic. And also I want to thank also the team that helped put this together. First of all, Matt Tucker and Mike Dixon. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Happy about these guys, and they did an amazing job both running it and in preparing. There's so much to prepare.
And play.
And play, that's right. And they played and they won some medals as well, which is quite nice. So organizers can win medals too, which is fun. But yeah,
it was my first year helping you organise it all, and it was good fun, and it was great to be involved with it.
It was amazing. We've got an amazing team. We've got amazing people, and also I want to thank also Tony Korf for coming back and helping this year as well. Let's give a round of applause for Tony. 26 years, so a lot of history. He was there from 1997, so the only person that we really missed was Joseph Collar, who had a knee injury and couldn't make it. This is the first year he's missed, and we're hoping he'll be back next year. But yeah, so many events, so many stories. I mean, that's what the Mind Sports Olympiad is all about. There's just so much going on, and from Ben Pridmore, who people saw was being filmed for the ASICS documentary. Which, by the way, I should thank ASICS. If they happen to watch this, thank you very much for the sponsorship. And they supplied the prize fund, £4,000 worth, and and a good chunk of that is going to the Pentamine champions today. So that's quite cool. It's nice to be able to give decent prizes as well. But yeah, let's see. I should also mention that there was a lot of other help also behind it. Julia Hayward, there's Saravanan, there's Alan Decker. A lot of people helped organize. So there's really, none of this could have happened without, also all the names that I'm forgetting to mention. A lot of people also stepped in as organizers for events. And I'm really, really grateful for that. But also, I want to thank people who participated in the Grand Prix and the Mind Sports Olympiad in its online incarnation. So we've kept a flame going, and I think that's not something to be taken lightly. For an event that's taking place every year since '97, to be able to survive the pandemic, to have a fun event that I think also gave a lot of people a lot of fun and inspiration during the pandemic, and then to come through it and then be here back in person, it's really amazing, just really humbling to be here. And as you all probably know, in the future we'll have both the Grand Prix in the winter and the Mind Sports Olympiad in the summer. So it was double the fun, basically, double the work for us. No rest for the wicked. But yes, a lot of great teams. Also, by the way, the Italian team, I want to thank them for coming as well. It's really, and so many amazing teams and players. Cool. Well, we've got a few medals to catch up on. We're going to build up to the grand finale, which is the Pentamine. But it's not just about medals, it's about play, and also the Mind Sports Olympiad is about learning new games and trying new things. And so many people here have done just that. They tried a game. We had someone who came for Catan, and they ended up staying the whole week and playing, learning new games every day. I think also Ali Safa, are you around, Ali? There you are. Ali only knew how many games?
I only knew backgammon and poker.
Yeah, and you played the entire week
Yeah.
and learned so many games, had a blast, right? Won some medals too.
Thank you.
So that is the spirit of the Mind Sports Olympiad. We love it when people, there's room for specializing, and that's great. But we also love encouraging people to try new things. And I know a lot of that happened, and a lot of people also, I think, going to be inspired to go and play more games after this. So that's what it's all about. Okay, so first let's catch up with Lost Cities.
Yeah.
So Just make sure. You want to go for it? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so we have 30 players for Lost Cities today, and we've got some junior medals and some full medals to award. So we're going to start with the junior medals, and for junior bronze, we've got Julia Alamini Sanchez. And for silver, we have Agustin Borjat Zuninia. And our gold junior was prolific junior, Ruben Ponsera.
If you guys want to hang around by the side, then you'd also be with the adult juniors as well. So, not the adult, the adult. Just step over here on this side. They'll join you for a main photo as well. Very cool. So the bronze medal. First of all, I want to say we had an amazing Pentamind race. And one person that we missed this year was Jordy Alexander. But he came. I know he didn't get a medal. I know. But he did tie for third place, just shy of winning a medal on the tie break. But I want to say it's great to have Jordy here, and I hope to see him next year going for the whole thing. So
yeah, I'll go for it again.
All right. First, a round of applause to Jordy, by the way. 2 years in a row. So an amazing result. This year only came for today, but we look forward to seeing you go for the whole thing. But then, yes, just beating him and tying Jordy, we've got Vika Lagodinsky. Okay. And then, silver. Silver goes to Uping Datani. And gold, first of all, I should say, this guy, before I say who it is, he had 10 out of 10 points going to the last round. He lost the last 2 games, I believe, but it didn't matter. He was so far ahead. 10 out of 12, the gold medal in Lost Cities, Andres Kuss. Okay, bravo. We're going to do the meta events. I think a lot of people weren't able to hang around, so I'm going to say a few names. We're not sure if they're going to be here. So the mental event is a new event that we added, where basically we took, you could take several mental events from the Sudoku competition to memory to creative thinking to mental calculations and add those results. It's a new event, and we're hoping to grow it more in the future. But in the meantime, I could say that we had quite a big number of people actually in there. And bronze was very clear cut, and it goes to Edward Mason. Cool. First of all, congratulations. So, I think you can even stand on the, well, stand where, but I'm not sure that your compatriots are here. Ben Pridmore has been around. I'm not sure he took silver. We can congratulate him anyway. Ishan Malhotra gold. I'm not sure if he's around right now. Okay, cool. So similarly, wait, is that right? Hold on. Okay, well, we're going to have to improvise for a second. Okay. A little bit of improvising. So, backgammon was exciting. Oh, we need two of these, actually.
I believe Martin is already the gold is already given.
Hmm?
I think Martin already got the gold.
Ah, Martin Hamer's here, though.
No, he
got
left
his
early.
train.
Oh, okay, okay. I see. But Dario, okay, so we should have two of these. We're gonna have to borrow this for a second, and we'll fix it later. Okay, so backgammon was quite exciting. It's rare to have a situation on a cumulative event to actually have a tie for medal. Oh wow, actually apparently I was in fifth. I was in the right. With no chance of, well, a few points short of a medal, 170. But 173.74, we've got a perfect tie down to the decimal place, to 2 decimal places, maybe even more, between Dario Natofoli and Ali Safa. So come on. So this we're going to have to swap through after. This is for the photo. Because it's the and then, here's someone who's won a lot of backgammon medals over the years, Mahmoud Jahanbani. Another medal. You could, yeah, you could put them on as well. So we'll get a photo, but also gold, clearly ahead of everyone else. 194.49 points. Martin Hamer. You can mix it up. Why don't, I don't know, get somehow on the podium. We'll do get on the top and you guys decide whatever. It might just be like that. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay. Beautiful.
Well done, Mummy.
So what was going on?
Oh wow, okay. So now, the Amateur Poker World Championship. This year, we changed it to be the top 3 events. And we had a very tight field. And funnily enough, the bronze, once again, Ali Safa. Gotta mix it up a little bit, diversify. And then silver, Dario Natofoli. And gold, Ricardo Brecci. Beautiful. Now I should say, by the way, everybody, pay attention to Dario's T-shirt. It's an original one from the Mind Sports Olympiad in 1998.
Just a second. I lost the one for the first edition.
Find it on eBay.
Never had it.
You were in
Okay, and then we've also had a chess championship, the MSO chess championship, which is always highly competitive. There's also now a brilliant new platform which we're going to plug very quickly called playstrategy.org, which has chess and lots of abstract games. There's adverts at the back, there's adverts there for it. It's a fantastic platform that's growing by the week pretty much with new games and new users. So check that out and then you can do your chess practice there. But and all these players, the top three in fact have all been on it, I know that for sure. Anyway, so we have in a competitive field, and the chess events involved several variants such as free check and atomic chess, which are all on play strategy, and one specific variant which isn't on play strategy called diving chess, which I mean we can encourage you to maybe go to the bottom of your bathtub with your phone maybe, but maybe not. So anyway, we have a bronze medalist, and our bronze medalist is Alan Decker.
Left early.
Wait, Mark. Okay.
Yeah, Alan's head off.
Okay.
Right. And then the silver medalist in second place, James Heppel. And our gold medalist, 52 points clear of everyone else. It's not rigged, it's Aitan Elveld.
By the way, while we're plugging Play Strategy, I do want to say, for those of you who don't know who Play Strategy is, it is it's Matt Tucker and James Heppel. So let's give them. They're an amazing job, and we want to keep making into an even better platform. We've got a lot, we've got a lot more coming.
Yeah, a lot more coming. Keep an eye on it. The Grand Prix stuff will be on it.
That's right, Grand Prix, a lot of great Grand Prix stuff in the winter. Now the Abstract Games World Championship. Very competitive. He's not here, I believe. That's okay, that's okay. So, we had third place goes to Florian Germain. No, he went back already. Silver, though, and I know he's won a lot of abstract medals over the years. David Pierce. And another person who's won a lot of abstract games, and it will come as no surprise, it's Andreas Kusk.
Big boys.
Multiplayer. As you know, there's a lot of debate. What's a Euro game? What isn't? So I think we've cleared up the categories in a really cool way. So was that Mike's and Matt's? I don't know. Both of your ideas. And collective. I think it's really cool. So there's less confusion. We know what a multiplayer game is. It's more than two people. That's pretty clear.
It's not poker.
And it's not poker. That's right.
Really
That's right. That's right. So we had actually a lot of very high scores in the multiplayer. I'll just to give an idea. Wow. So just different places from Ziggy Harris at 10th place, Paolo Cicatosti, how do you say it? Huh? Chukatosti. Matthew Hathwell, Tang Yang Chuk, Mike Dixon, Charlie Levy, and Scott Agius at 4th. So some very strong players going all the way up to 410 points out of the 500. Well, we have potentially more, but approximately. And then bronze with 422 points, so very, very clear bronze, goes to Chris Tucker. And for those of you who don't know, Chris is Matt's brother. Very strong family. I think, yeah.
Well, there's a round of applause being related.
I think you even shared medals in some of the events, did you? Or not? I'm not sure.
Yeah, in Dominion,
Dominion.
gold, bronze. Yeah.
There you go. It's pretty impressive. So that's 422 points. But with 436 points, so clear, very clear silver, Ricardo Gomez. Cool. I think, this is just an incredibly strong field, and you can see that by the names I've already mentioned, and now the people standing on the podium. And with gold, so remember, Ricardo 436, gold 458 points, so very clear gold, and Kush Kendelwald. Another round of applause for these champions. And then speaking of categories, another definition that we've come up with is the Imperfect Information World Championship. Olympiad Championship, I'm not sure. So imperfect information, where you have a game where you don't know where everything stands. Yes, exactly. Hidden information, So chess obviously is not a game like that. Whereas, I don't know, entropy is.
Yes,
or Carcassonne. Yes.
Has to be 2 players, but yeah.
Absolutely, yes, because it's not a multiplayer. So we're clear on our definitions. And again, super tight, super strong amount of showings. 4th place, so just shy of a medal here, is Jared Toffoli. That's just a round of applause for Jared. Bronze, someone who actually got a lot of junior medals. This is a legit, a very legit, very impressive medal. Ruben Ponsera. So, just to put it into perspective, we had 342 points to Dario, 346 to Ruben, and then 369, so a very clear silver, James Heppel. And gold. He can play as well. Matt Tucker. Okay. Another round of applause for these guys. Yeah. Totally blind. Okay, wow, okay. So, the Junior Pentamine World Championship, also very, very competitive. Bronze, with 339 points, Augustine Jorge Zonino. And silver, Ruben Pansera. So 339 to Augustine, 351 to Ruben, 351.94. But then at 352.59, so just half a point really between them. The gold medal goes to Marcus Ikla. Marcus was complaining when he beat me at Lost Cities that he was a bit unlucky in some respects towards the finish of some tournaments, but I think you were very lucky to still get that half point ahead and finish with the gold. So big congratulations to that. I believe there was a poker table. I don't remember, maybe you could tell me which poker variant it was. But it was, other than Tim Hebb's, it was basically the Italians against the Estonians. Final table in poker. Do you remember what it was? Which one it was?
London Lowball.
London Lowball. So that was very exciting, obviously. But at least when it comes to the senior Pentamind World Championship, there's no doubt which country dominated that. And so, bronze for the Pentamine Senior World Championship goes to Piero Zama. Oh, the heavy metals, heavy metals. And silver goes to Riccardo Vecchi. To be Ricardo's new look, if you're asking. I like it. And to complete the Italian sweep, the Senior Pentamine World Championship goes to Dario De Toffoli.
Sorry. I really stopped that.
Someone said no tournament for old men. But it is.
Well, both the one point of like non-senior medals as well, as everybody can see. So I think it's nice we have this as well, but we obviously are winning lots of medals, and it's been a pleasure to have you guys here. So, Dario asked me if I would wear a tuxedo for the closing ceremony. If you remind me next year, I'll do it. There you go. You have me.
But I appreciate you are not with the flip-flop.
No, I changed just for him. Absolutely. So, there we go. Congratulations to Italy. I think the women's Pentamine World Championship was one of the most hotly contested, I think, events. I think in the history that I'm aware of. It was so close, so competitive, and there are so many amazing names here. So, first of all, I want to congratulate in 5th place Estela Gomez. 5th place. No medal, but 5th place. It's amazing. Who's a junior. So 291 points, and her first time here. So, so again, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It's really, it's great. It's great. And then 4th place, so not quite a medal, with 317, but very close. Natasha Reagan. So Now, for the podium, 346 points, Samantha Smith. No, she really wanted her medal. She was. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll save it. Obviously, very impressive. And now, silver with 382 points. So clear silver, no doubt about that. Emily Dixon. Emily Dixon, formerly known as Emily Watson.
First time as a Dixon.
So-
Good luck.
Worked pretty well. So one more person here. I know she was very nervous at the end of today. I saw during Lost City she was going out trying to catch her breath, relax, stay cool. Because it was very close. 382 in the end to 395. And actually the Lost Cities score did factor into it. I think without that she wouldn't have won it. Actually, is that right? She would have?
Yeah.
Ah, she would have. Okay. Well, she got worked up over perhaps. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, let's get off that. Forget about the medal. There we go. Enough. Natalie Weirman, come on out. Okay, amazing. So another round of applause for the winners. Okay. So I guess now I can spice it up. It's done, and just to give you guys an idea of how close it was. So obviously, you people have been following. They know what happened to be in the tournament, so we won't talk about that. But we'll talk about the final days, basically. We had Andrus leading coming into today, and Ankush and Machi could still have overtaken him. It was super close. Machi took silver in Lost Cities, which Bruto, sorry, Bruto. Thank you, Bruto. I'm taking Bruto, which shot him up into second place. Really close to Andrus. I think maybe if he had won Perudo, he might have overtaken.
Yes, you would.
He would have, you're sure? Yeah? That's how close it was. So his second got it just, well, I'll tell the points so people will understand, but just super close. Meanwhile, Ankush is keeping it interesting by staying alive in Agricola, and if he wins it, he would have taken the overall gold, right? I don't think he could have stopped that. Sorry?
Second place.
The what, sorry?
Second place in
We
Agricola.
need second or better.
Yes, that's right. Oh, is that right? Second would have also? So it was incredibly tight. I didn't know what's going to happen. But first I want to say, for me it was just exciting to watch these guys play all week. They're great competitors. There's also great sportsmanship, and it's been wonderful. So you guys have you've made it really, really interesting, and everybody else has. So just to give an idea of the Pentamine, it was very, very strong this year. We had a lot of scores in the 400s. In fact, 17 scores with 400 or above. So that's pretty amazing. And to put into perspective, Dario, so James Heppel actually at 7th was with 446. And then Dario was at 455.97, so almost 456. And then Ricardo Gomez, 464 in 5th place. And then Martin Hobemagi, 475 in 4th place. So very close. And then of course the high 80s is where it all settled. It was in the high 80s. So it was super, super close. But the bronze at the very end goes to Ankush Khandelwal. So Kush had 486.14 points. But then at 487.36, so just a little bit more than a point above, we've got Maciej Brzeski. So we knew something historic was going to happen one way or another. Maciej was here to defend his title, and Kush and Andres were both at 4 pentamines. So we knew there might be a fifth. In the end, so Maciej was at 47, and Andres Kusk was at 489. So congratulations, Andres. For the photo, he also gets to hold this and engrave it. This thing pops up, it falls off. So either you hold it without it, or you can hold it perfect. Which one do you want? Okay, the whole thing. Cool. Okay. Let's see here. So again, an incredibly tight field. And just incredible competitors. Again, a huge round of applause for these guys. Okay, so let's see, what else? I think that's mostly it. I've got a lot of packing to do. I know some people will still be hanging out. Some people might even go, I don't know, some about to go home. Some people might go to a local pub. But I'm still around packing up, obviously, because tomorrow we're going to get everything into storage tomorrow morning. But yeah, if you want to talk to me or anyone, we'll still be hanging out a bit. And I want to say, again, a big thank you to you. And apologies if I forgot anyone saying, actually, hold on. I want to thank Natasha and Carl, first of all, for their amazing. She's not here, but Sarah, who is the duty manager, also. Let's give her a round of applause as well. Cool. Thanks everyone.
Yeah.